little Myers is here in this town.
Welcome back to the Legacy of Halloween, your one-stop shop for all things Haddonfield and Michael Myers, because we sell the sizzle and not the steak. Please like the video, subscribe, slash that notification bell to join the Cult of Thorn, because we have cookies, I think. Maybe. We'll see. Our multiple choice question for this video is, what kind of Halloween video game do you want to see get made? A, only a multiplayer game like Friday the 13th or Texas Chainsaw Massacre. B, a cinematic game like The Quarry. C, a single player and multiplayer game, but probably closer to what we see graphically in Friday the 13th and not the presentation we get in The Quarry or Until Dawn. Or D, a game where you are simply and only the shape. Comment down below and share your thoughts there. For years now, there have been rumors swirling about the Halloween franchise and when they might make their endeavor back into video games. Years ago, we received word that Gun Media was interested in making a Halloween game, but sadly, nothing ever came of that. Jimmy Champagne over the last couple of years has been fairly certain there was something going on with the Halloween game possibly being in development, and I will say this for Jimmy, he has a background in the video game industry, so it's worth taking seriously and considering the distinct possibility that there is a new Halloween game coming. There's no doubt Maleka Cad would be interested in a Halloween video game. You look at the releases like Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Predator, and Dead by Daylight. It's really not hard to see why a Cad would have interest in bringing Haddonfield and the shape to your consoles. There are other horror-like gaming titles such as The Quarry and Until Dawn, among others that are very cinematic and focus on storytelling and character exploration. Those games also happen to have tremendous replay value. I mean, there's nothing worse than paying $100 for a new game and a week later feeling like there's nothing more to the game. Who's got money to burn like that? Maybe the Cult of Thorn does. You know, the idea of wasting $100 on a game and being done a week later kind of makes me want to join the Cult of Thorn. Did I mention they might have cookies? Anyways, though, if you want to help the channel out, please like, subscribe, slash the notification bell, and share your thoughts below. Thorn will be pleased. Games like Until Dawn, The Quarry, and even Heavy Rain are truly remarkable. They immerse the player in the story and present them with so many creative options that you're basically creating your own horror movie. They don't just put you, in the game. You're kind of in the director's chair or even the writer's room. Although it's worth remembering that these games are done on a much larger scale than anything Gun Media does. To get a Halloween game that's similar to The Quarry, the scale of that project is going to be compared to the scale of filming a brand new Halloween movie or even a TV series. For a company like Supermassive Games to go out and get the Halloween IP and then develop that game and put it out, you're looking at whatever the production budget was for Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, combine them together, and that's about what the game is going to cost. That's before marketing, obviously. So it's worth remembering that that's a big obstacle to overcome and probably an unlikely one. Oddly enough, though, the developers of The Quarry, Supermassive Games, had already moved on to their next Untitled project late last year. 1 year later, they're still actively working on that project that they referred to as a more dark, mature horror than the teen horror they'd been doing. Interestingly enough, Jimmy Champagne and others over the last year stated they believe a Halloween game is in the works. Are the Halloween fans going to be treated to the blockbuster video game of their dreams from the developers of The Quarry? Do you want a Halloween game that's like The Quarry? Or do you want something more tame like Gun has done with Friday the 13th and Texas Chainsaw Massacre that focuses on an online multiplayer element? Although, picture a Halloween game done like The Quarry. Imagine continuing some of those storylines, such as What Happened to John Tate, or a better sequel to Halloween 4, or even a continuation of Halloween Resurrection, or even doing something new and original involving Michael Myers. So many interesting creative possibilities are out there. If they did go the major blockbuster video game route, you would have to think that all of this is on the table if something like someone like Supermassive Games or Quantic Dream gets the property. I think it's okay to get a little excited at the possibility of something big happening on the video game front, but I also think when you look at past evidence or the fact that it's going to cost a studio a pretty penny just to acquire the gaming rights to the franchise, on top of the several $1 million it's going to take to produce the game, I think it's far more likely a company like Gun Media releases something a little more tame and grounded than Supermassive Games doing a Halloween game. But call me crazy, I'd be okay with that as long as it's a Halloween game and Michael gets his own game in Time to Shine and just isn't an add-on like we've seen with Dead by Daylight. I believe the last actual full official Halloween game we got was for Atari, so needless to say, it's been just a little while. I know there's a craving out there amongst fans for a big-budget Halloween game, but if all we get is a bare-bones one-player story game that's an add-on to a multiplayer game, I'll take it. I still think it would be fun, to play on various maps and locations throughout the Halloween franchise. And playing as different versions of the shape would also be equally fun. Needless to say, we will keep our eyes and ears open for news on the Halloween game. The only thing we've heard is a Dead by Daylight update might be coming to the pre-existing Halloween content. If we get more than that, though, it'd be a huge win. Could Supermassive Games be working on a Halloween game? It's possible, I just don't think it's likely. Only time will tell when the shape once more graces our gaming consoles and allows us to play in the Haddonfield sandbox once again. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, slash that notification bell to keep up with everything we got at the channel. Apologies for my voice, still getting over being sick. What do you want in a Halloween video game? Comment down below and share your thoughts there. The Cult of Thorn and the Essence of Evil bids you farewell until next time on the Legacy of Halloween.